Alright, good morning, guys. This is Joe Beltray. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna warm myself up and I'm gonna try to talk while I draw. I'm gonna practice that skill. I think it's a very good skill to be able to not only articulate clearly what you're doing, but in some high level people to also tell a story while you're doing something. And it's usually common in the magic community or in the ventriloquist community where an artist, where a magician, where a ventriloquist not only performs the craft itself but they also perform verbally. And that's a separate skill, doing magic tricks, and also being able to tell a story, a random story, one that is not even connected to the main show, which is magic. It's such an amazing thing to me. And to be able to occupy one's subconscious mind and conscious mind with something verb with verbal words while being able to entertain the eyes, which are how we see the world, how we perceive the world. It's such of deep awe to me. It's an amazing thing. And about I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks earlier, I have watched a video from one of Frazeta's assistant, I think, or someone that just worked with Frazeta, Frank Frazeta. Um, that person said that whenever Frank Frazetta starts a drawing, he kind of goes into this automatic state in which he does not think of what he's drawing. He's just basically putting lines, putting strokes on the paper, and what it does, it kinda relaxes the mind. And he says that your mind is its most creative when it's relaxed, and I kinda agree with that. And Frank Frazetta didn't. Frank Frazetta and him did not learn it anywhere. Uh, it was not taught. It was not taught to them. They just kinda know how to do it. They have just been doing it ever since. And I've noticed that with myself, because how that video came up to me was I was just listening to, I think, one of the Draftsman podcast or some random thing on YouTube, and all of a sudden that video got autoplayed, and there I was listening to something that was resonating in me. And a lot of great artists do that as well, and I thought to myself, well, I do that too, and no one has even thought that to me. I just kind of instinctively knew it, and I've written about it as well. That whenever I do these warm ups, this is my version of that automatic drawing. I just draw the basic simple forms and shapes, all of them. The sphere, the cylinder, the cube, the pyramids, the cones. I just draw them in different angles. There can be a horizon, there can be no horizon, but lately I've been striving works that contain a horizon, mainly because my goal is to be able to draw figures and perspective very well. And that is Kim Jung-gi's tip as well as Kim Yun-jin. Do not start by drawing the figure immediately or by blocking out the biggest parts of the figure immediately. Think first of the eye level, give respect first to the horizon, and then after that you can connect your figure to it, or literally whatever object. Can be a car, can be props, costumes, people, environment, whatever. Just first put the horizon to have an idea of what you will put on paper, respectively. And now I'm finished. So this one, it just took me 5 minutes and 30 seconds, which is not bad. Next, let's draw cone. I start with the things that I don't really like that much, so I don't have to dread them further. So let's start with the things that I don't like. I don't like drawing the cones. I don't like drawing the pyramids. And I like drawing the spheres, but it just kind of is a habit now that I always start with the drawing the spheres. And even now, I haven't even put a horizon in this one. It's just an automatic drawing. I don't even think of this. And a lot of people can't even draw forms in 3D space. But I think I'm very well familiar. Not really that good. I'm just familiar and I'm comfortable in making mistakes. The reason why is because I've drawn a lot of these for an extended period of time, for 7 months. I've been drawing consistently for 7 months now. That is every day. Every day I do these warm-ups. So, um, at first, of course, they're not good, and I was not doing them every day. But over time, it kind of just compounded. I was seeing minor results gradually, and I still persisted on doing it, even though they look bad, because I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and most of them are saying to learn how to draw forms in 3D space, learn how to see things in 3D. So what I did was I kind of just trusted those words, and they're professionals, they're working in the industry, and I just drew. I watched motivational stuff. I do not intentionally watch motivational stuff. I just come across at them on YouTube videos, TikTok, YT Reels, Instagram, and even on podcast, even on things that aren't art related. Tom Platz on leg day. Uh, he was famous on leg day. He would always say, "You gotta be deluded. Um, you gotta be a little bit far from reality to make whatever it is that you want come true." And a lot of similar people as well that has been saying those kinds of things. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Todd McFarlane, um, maybe Kim Jong-gi, maybe. Um, they were kind of deluded at first to even dare to do something as what they have done. It wouldn't require a normal person's thinking capacity. You would have to be called crazy to be able to achieve things that they have achieved. And there were a lot of consequences coming with that. Um, there's a lot of controversies from Pablo Picasso. Uh, I don't know if, but it. I remember reading uh, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and you gotta. I don't know if this quote is from the book, but I remember it clearly. I think it was something along the lines of aim for the stars, uh, because at least if you fail, you land in the clouds or something like that, or you land in the sky, something like that. And I think that's true to some extent. You still gotta be practical, of course. Uh, I think it's all about daring, because no one can, no one has the balls to do it. I think a lot of positions at the top are empty because a lot of people are afraid. They think little of themselves. Maybe they have a lot of fear. Maybe it's not self imposed fear. Maybe it's something thrown at them from whoever it is. You know, the typical people who do that. Um, and a lot of factors as well on why people would rather settle down on something that they can conceive, think in their minds that is possible. But to me, I don't know. I'm very grateful to my upbringing that somehow I still retain kind of that childhood purity, childhood marvel, childhood curiosity, even though a lot of things has already happened to me. I I'm grateful to everything that even though a lot of shit has already happened to me, I still am here, and I can still dream big. I still haven't. I already know that I'm not special. I have already internalized that. But at the same time, I know that I am. And it's not coming from a place of naivety. It's not coming from a place of ignorance. It's coming from a place of consciousness, self consciousness, knowledge. It's not coming, partly, it's coming from a place of delusion. Um, it's coming somewhere in my mind that I know I can achieve what I want to achieve. And I think that's where faith comes. And I specifically choose to listen to stories that tell stories from people that I that has the life that I want and how they got there. Although I know individual merit, personal merit isn't all there is. There's a lot of factors contributing to one's success, like their upbringing, their environment, the people they're associated with, people they grew up with, people they go to class with, uh, financial capabilities, and a lot of other things. That contribute to one's success. Culture, a lot of things. I've been reading this book, Outliers, by Malcolm Gladwell. It's a very interesting book. It describes that basically the whole premise of the book is that success doesn't come from personal merit at all, just from personal merit. A lot of it has outside factors, and it involves the time you were born in. That is, let's say, for example, if you're coming out of school when the Great Depression happened, there's very few jobs out there. Compare it when compare it to when you graduated from the computer revolution, the dot-com revolution. Um, there are different opportunities and setbacks from different time, and success doesn't just come from personal merit because you can work as hard as you want, but if there is no opportunity to propel you forward to match those hard work that you're doing, it's very impossible to success. So time plays a huge part as well. The opportunities of the time. There's something Malcolm Gladwell called practical intelligence versus intellectual intelligence or something like that. And and it pertains to practical intelligence pertains to knowing what to say when, and theoretical intelligence is about mostly academics, theories, like Robert Oppenheimer, Christopher Langan, on his example. Practical skills, you can sum it up to basically social skills, street smart, you can call it. What? I just, I just drew cones. Why am I doing cones again? Bruh. Let me just finish it anyway. So yeah, um, don't believe everything that people are saying. Mainly look at their actions and a lot of other factors as well. The class that they were born in, how they were raised, their upbringing, financial capabilities that allowed them more opportunities, the time they were born in, the little micro advantages that they got compared to other kids at a young age, and a lot of other factors as well. Um, if you want to know more about it, I'll read Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. I will link it on the description below. You should check it out. It's a very good book. I recommend it 100%, although I haven't finished it yet. I just started reading it about 3 weeks ago. It's a very good book, to be honest. Very, very good book. What else? I really wonder how I can become like Kim Jong Gi. Kim Jong Gi says he has drawn more than you could possibly think and conceive. And you know what? I believe him because although he can teach those skills, you can't learn it anywhere. Schools cannot teach how Kim Jong Gi does what he does. It only came through his experience. He even said that he dropped out on third year of university because he's drawing so much that he doesn't even care about CADs anymore. I wonder what that how much means. You know, what's his routine? Even though he said that he goes out and sketches people, I want to know exactly what it is that he's drawing. I really hope that Kim Jong Gi made something that is accessible to the public, an informative book instead of just sketchbooks. But I get it on why he wants to show only sketchbooks, because it's better to see than hear something. Yeah, because it removes away all pretentiousness, you know? You can basically just look at something and tell that, oh, that person is skilled based on how he draws. He knows. He knows his stuff, and you can trust him. But I really wish Kim Jong Gi made a book or something. Excuse me. Although I've been wanting to buy that book from Super Ani, The Stonehouse's Anatomy. It's the closest full guide anatomy book that is very comprehensive. I want to get that book. And along with that, Kim Dong Ho's space drawing. I also want to get that. Man, there are a lot of good artists in South Korea. I wish there was some school that is very heavily dedicated on art, that is taught by professionals that are very good, working on the industry, maybe retired, not some people that does it for business but does it really for art, does art for art's sake. Those are the kind of people that you want to be around, you know? They're the best kind of people. Like Jeff Watts. Hmm. His atelier is only, $100 a month. That is very affordable. Especially in a place like, I don't know, California. I think he's living in San Antonio, California. Excuse me. Although there is one atelier here in the Philippines, especially in Manila, Quezon City, that is ARC approved. Um, that is what Jeff Watt says, said. Find an atelier that is ARC approved because they check for the quality or the standard of the master skill of whoever owns the atelier. And luckily, I found one in the Philippines, and it's just near me. It's in Quezon City. But I want to go there, but I don't have the funds to study with that person. Uh, maybe next time. I hope he's still alive. I think he's on his 50s, 60s. Um, yeah, I hope he's alive by then when I earn enough money to be able to afford uh, and really focus on getting a mentor, getting taught by a class like that. Right now, I am s- uh, scourging the internet for resources. Uh, and thankfully, there are a lot of great resources online that teaches stuff that is that are very generous when it comes to their information. And usually they're very generous about their information because it's online. Their pride is in stake. People can usually tell if you're hiding something, and that is not good for the brand. People will not follow you for that. People like free stuff, but there's also a lot of free stuff on the internet that is bullshit. Why am I drawing pyramids? I just did pyramids. I need to draw now cylinders. So yeah, you gotta have discernment and know who is teaching for to really pass the knowledge that they have to the next generation of artists, and who teaches something, just for popularity, just for growth on social media, or just for pure money. Although for pure money, I could understand why they are doing it because it is used to survive. But other than that, I don't think popularity will help you be alive. So I don't respect that. People who only teach for clout, I don't respect that. People to further their personal gain. Maybe I could. Maybe to some extent I could because, you can't just really give for free. Nothing is free. Everything has a price to it. I've learned that the hard way. So, so yeah. As you can see, I'm getting better and better every single day. You wanna know the secret? The secret is getting bored doing this. Not wanting to do this stuff and doing it anyway. That is the secret. That is the secret sauce. Do it every day. And you might get good at your first attempt. You may not be good at your first attempt. Do it anyways. It might look bad on your first attempt. It might look shit. You might not even want to look at it for several months. Do it anyway. You might dread what you do it anyway. And I can only say that because I know where I am headed. I am seeing progress. But if you're starting out, doing stuff without immediate feedback and even personal satisfaction from it can be very hard. It is very hard. And that's the part where you gotta delude yourself that you're improving. You gotta specifically listen to stuff that motivates you, helps you get through that trough. Specifically listen to people that were struggling and they have come out of that. Look at people's old works and compare how they became good later. Although a lot of people don't like to show their early works, there are some people who are very generous about it. And the reason why a lot of people don't like to show their early works is because it humanizes them. It removes the magic that maybe they're just talented, maybe they're born with it, but actually, no. People try very hard to become good at something, even though they might not realize it consciously. Maybe they're just doing it unconsciously for several reasons. Maybe for boredom, maybe they got praised at it when they were children, and they are continuing to be reinforced in whatever it is that they're doing. Maybe it's art, maybe it's music, maybe it's, I don't know, inventing something, being a builder, being a creator. There's a lot of factors that contribute to someone trying hard at something, you know. For me, it was to gain the approval of my parents. To me, it was I had to get good at something. Else, I can't think of anything else to live life. How to live life if I'm not good at something? It's not pride, you know. It's not vanity. It's just myself. It's hardwired into my system. I'm better off dead if I'm not good at something. I can't live life mediocre. And I've chosen the path of mastery. I'd be doing this until the very end. On my deathbed, I'll be doing art. There's a lot of things you can improve in with art. That's what I like about it. It's never ending. There's no end. You're always learning. Michelangelo said at 87, I'm still learning. That's the good thing about art. It's there. It's not gonna live. It's not gonna live you. So pay your dues to it early, okay? So that you can continue doing it even when you're old. It's something that will never leave you. Art is something that's gonna be there until the end of time. Art is eternal. Art isn't affected by the whims and the fads and trends of the social media. Art is forever. Art preserves cultures. Art inspires people. Art is beauty. Art is simplicity. So keep doing art. It's a privilege to be doing art. Thank whoever's supporting you doing art. And hopefully you can inspire someone too. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now draw the cubes, my favorite part. What should I do? I can see what I will do. So let's just do it. I can see it in my mind. They're kind of like in this fashion. They're small there, but they're slowly getting bigger there. But the general direction is here, there. So let's try that. So these are small. These ones in the back are small, and they go bigger and bigger as they go in this direction. But they're still going there. They're still going to the east. Their direction is the east. Let's try to create as much variation as possible. Elongated vertically, elongated horizontally, foreshortened. We're gonna do all of that. Let's do something big. As it goes to the front, it gets bigger. And Bridgman said, the first step to be able to draw something is to have a very clear idea of it, very clear conception of it. And that's not only Bridgman, that's also, who's that artist? Andrew Loomis also said that, because Andrew Loomis was a student of Bridgman's. It's just amazing, man, the lineage of those artists. Bridgman, John Leon, is it already Jean Leon Jerome? And I forgot the name of the previous persons, but I've researched them. They're all amazing artists, man. Amazing artists. In a way, I kind of envy people from the past, you know, started art at a very young age. How could they? Are they also privileged? When is art also a privilege back then? No. I really wonder how these people have pursued art back then. What's the system? I know the atelier system, but other systems of it. People that were very poor. I wonder about people that are very poor. How they come about art. Life is interesting, man. Life is interesting. Lol. 2 days ago, I also bought a physical copy of the Bridgman Constructive Anatomy. Although I have it on PDF, I just wanted to, kind of create a collection. I like reading, I like highlighting stuff. I like having a physical copy. Therefore, I can have something that I collect. It's interesting, dude. It's an interesting hobby for me. It's published by Dover Publications. I bought it on Gateway Mall. I don't know where that is. Maybe in Cubao or something. But I bought it there for 697 pesos or something. It's a worth buy for me. It's worth for me. I think this is okay. This is a nice warm up. I can live with it. The general idea is there. It's getting bigger as it comes to the foreground. Let's create something even bigger here. Like that. Okay. There you go. Alright, so yeah, we're finished. We're finished. To be able to record the figures that I will draw, I'll probably transfer this video to the laptop and then edit it and post it online. And so I can record another and then do it again, transfer it, because I don't have enough storage to do all of this. So yeah, that's all. My mind is relaxed, I think. So I'm gonna draw figures now. Bye for now.